I'm a forensic psychologist. My responsibilities within this role is I deliver group work, individual sessions, specifically working with individuals around trauma, particularly young gang members.
I'm a trainee forensic psychologist and I work in the prison service. Some of my responsibilities doing psychological assessments,
formulate their difficulties and try and equip them with skills to survive.
I am a counselling psychologist. My main responsibility is to offer psychological therapy.
One-to-one and also in groups as well as reflective practice as well to prison officers and support workers.
Diversity is everything about all the work that we do, I think.
From thinking about how to adapt the interventions that we have and how to tailor them to our client base.
I've got lived experience, having grown up in Hackney. So when I'm talking to these young men, they're able to relate to me because I know what it's like to be in their shoes.
I think about culturally, what does it mean to be a black man in prison, especially with immigrants, being an immigrant myself.
We work with people from all walks of life in the criminal justice system.
Whether that's different age, ethnicity, class, I think actually makes you think so differently in a way, because I've lived my life through my lens.
Psychology as a profession is pretty white middle class, which I think is an issue.
It's really difficult to thrive in an environment where there aren't people that look like you.
Made me mentally sort of disqualify myself.
There wasn't that many people within my networks who were psychologists, could point me to the right direction.
It made me start to double guess myself, how to act, how to behave, what to do, who to speak to. How do you navigate through a system that sometimes isn't made for you?
As a profession, psychology is getting a little bit better, but I still think that it's got a long way to go. I think especially for the client group that we work with, typically from more marginalised, disadvantaged groups.
Very much long to see representation in the field who were able to kind of interlink that with an understanding of psychology and mental health.
I think this department really tries to address diversity.
Trying to encourage to have more BAME staff members, especially service users, to access the service because they see somebody that looks like them.
We've been creative and honest in terms of our shortfalls. We've created working groups. We've acknowledged where we struggle. We've looked at embracing and embedding research.
Making sure that interview panels are diverse and representative can also make the person who is being interviewed, feel more at ease, and it also makes sure that the process of, choosing applicants is fair and free from bias.
So we have our Tackling Diversity Working Group where we talk about issues around race, and we're also going to be thinking about other protected characteristics as well, like social class and also sexuality as well.
I think that this department addresses diversity by trying to promote opportunities for people from less advantaged backgrounds.
They funded my fees and continue to provide me with various placement opportunities.
Them being able to pay for my fees to go to university and then, to give me the placements to allow me to navigate through the field. So without the trust, maybe I wouldn't be sitting here with you right now.
You can see it, and you can see that the efforts being made to make these kind of changes, to make the department reflect the communities and the people that they're working for, and I think that's really important.
If I could speak to my younger self, I would say take your time.
It's a marathon, not a sprint. Just because you get somewhere faster doesn't mean you're actually better at your job. Sometimes actually a slower pace to get there will enable you to actually be a much better, more empathetic, more thoughtful psychologist.
Explore different working environments and really get a sense of what it's like to work in different settings so that you can really figure out, what your passion is, what your niche is, and where you want to be and where you feel most comfortable.
What support is available, shop around, there's a few routes now and there's different routes to kind of coming into the profession.
I think it's really important to be able to come across as a human being, to be able to relate to people.
To be confident within myself. Don't doubt yourself, don't doubt your opinion, and don't doubt your clinical nous. There are aspects that you're going to learn from more senior professionals, but there are parts of you that you shouldn't lose.
Believe that you have the right to sit at the table.
So I'd suggest if you're starting out to apply for healthcare assistant roles, and then once you get into those jobs, then find the psychologists. We're there, we want to meet you. We can try to offer you some early experience and help you build up your CV and help you into jobs with us.